Let us continue to dream the impossible dream that now becomes real.
Space is for everyone.
We humans really are connected to the universe.
For the benefit of all. This is a slogan known throughout the galaxy belonging to the Newfound Astro Science Association, NASA. The impressive fleet of ships is provided by an undisclosed benefactor, and it hosts crews of people including 4 researchers. Their purpose is to explore the secrets of the universe and create the next medical miracle to save as many lives as possible. The player chooses a researcher in their planet of origin. These characters' planets were once overpopulated and polluted, the resources ravaged to the point of no return. Abandoned and forgotten by its caretakers, the planet shouldn't be habitable. Or so they believed. In fact, they are rich and bountiful, brimming with life. Regardless of that, the mission remains the same. Retrieve the stones that are rumored to have special capabilities. The character prepares for the expedition, and as they enter the shuttle, it seems that everything is coming to an end. To continue with the mission is a partial message received over the comms, so the character pushes on with little to no choice. Becoming curious about the land shrouded in darkness, the character thinks, if there are more stones in there, it's a chance for them to leave a mark in the medical pages of history. Boldly going where no one has ever been before, your character is led by a small mysterious creature, one much more mystifying. It's Geldoris, the White Maiden. One thing leads to another and they panic and run away. What have they done? Thinking back on what they've just discovered, as distrust grows within them, they question if the guild knew about these stones. Did they know what had to occur to create them? What about the benefactor? Did they know that these stones are living creatures? A better question is, would they even care? Putting 2 and 2 together and based on history when power is discovered, the character cannot fathom being a part of the mass genocide awaiting these creatures. After all, this is a planet of their ancestors. What else can they do but return the stones they have? Darkside is an action-adventure game with a teen ESRB rating designed to encourage exploration and discovery, gain abilities and improve upon skills, craft and upgrade weapons to survive a hostile world, uncover artifacts and solve puzzling mysteries, experience intensive combat and overcome the perilous journey. Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zor, a suit from the Galactic Research and Development Federation. The GDRF wants the stones for weapons and other experimentation. Their slogan is, power isn't given, power is taken. They've employed crews from the intergalactic network of mercenaries on multiple occasions to snuff out competition. But that's not all. They will use the most vicious and unsavory bounty hunters to claim the stones for themselves. Although through legitimate channels they employed you from NASA. Provided the fleet of ships, their reasons are anything but for the benefit of all. Because no matter what transpires, the GDRF is willing to cover it up for the sake of the stones. With a slogan like theirs, the subtext should be, by any means necessary. The character washes their hands of the GDRF, decides to redeem themselves for their part in killing Geldoris. The player now sets out to return as many stones as possible, no matter what is in the way. The challenge aesthetics will time and time again block the player's path forward. Every day will be a struggle to overcome obstacles, and the player must scavenge and find things they will need to continue. Anytime the player comes across an unmarked shrine, the character has the urge to repent for their transgressions. These shrines act as save points for their progress. With traps around, the player must stay vigilant to proceed and watch their step. Keep their wits about them or suffer in more ways than one. They need to withstand the turbulent waters to gain experience for the method to all the madness. Increase the physical capabilities by performing actions like acrobatics, strength, and speed. The attribute mechanic allows players to view and apply the experience they've gained to skills they have. Strategic decisions provide strength needed in crucial moments. Attributes improve the quality of other skills like lockpicking to access areas otherwise impassable. The crafting mechanic is a skill that relies on the materials the players find, and they can make helpful or harmful salves. They can make weapons and other items that are essential to their survival. Players must hunt or forage for food to cook using a similar mechanic. The effects and location of ingredients can then be documented for NASA. The character can only hope that their intentions are still for the benefit of all. Meanwhile, after the character returned the stones, they touched and merged with the creature. Through telepathy, the creature identified themselves as the collector, the Binfoids. This process is nothing short of strenuous, but the results are incredible. Amongst others, the character gains the ability Geldoris' Touch, the power to change crafted weapons into ones that can freeze their target. The character carries these abilities with them as the player traverses the vast and breathtaking environments. They will come across complex and intricate state-of-the-art AI-controlled unknown species. Players will need to be careful, as some can be dangerous, even if others are docile and naturally curious. The desire of exploration in the player to search every corner of the places they find hidden from the world is the discovery aesthetics, coaxing them with enticing possibilities. The treasures to behold and the untold mysteries unfold some secrets about the planet. Learn the top secret contents of the rocket the GDRF launched being filled with live binfoids. During the commotion, some snooping will reveal the results of their unsanctioned, inhumane experiments. Environmental mechanics allows the players to seek and hide from enemies, camouflage themselves with mud to blend into the surroundings. Wait quietly and patiently, and then strike when the iron is hot. These mechanics or techniques are taught to the player by the natives of the village the GDRF is occupying. Surprised by the narrative aesthetics, it keeps the player engaged and enraged the character. Rage fueled by the binfoid's whispers of malice, blaming the GDRF for displacing his ancestors. In the aftermath, the player retrieves the last machine part of 3, repairs their shuttle, and returns for more retribution. But the plot thickens with another side to the story. The player must choose from a new set of characters, mercenaries of the INM. This shift in player characters is a dynamic use of narrative aesthetics that shakes up the foundation of the story. From the beginning, before the crash, some data about the mission was found and shared with the crew. The data was footage about the mission Geldors. What are these creatures? The captain gives the order to search the ship. There must be more the GDRF is hiding. As a mercenary, the player searches the ship, completes challenging puzzles, and finds more pieces of data suppressed by the GDRF. The data leads the player to a silo lined with pods prepared for transporting living organisms. The character reports back to the captain. A NASA representative states his concern about the data uncovered. The GDRF representative reminded the captain of their deal, in so few words laid out an ultimatum: complete the mission or suffer the consequences. The greed-driven mercenaries agree to a new term to be paid more collecting the creatures, but that doesn't sit well with some aboard the ship. The player's character witnesses someone placing the charge that disabled the shuttles, sending one crashing down to the planet after the explosion. The part of the message the researcher didn't hear was that it's too dangerous to continue with the mission. Upon reaching the station, the original character's health is fading fast. Almost collapsing, he rises up to be met with horrid effects of the binfoid's ability. Bin Prism's focus. The increased perception to see auras is unraveling his mind. The binfoid embed themselves inside the body. Within, it manipulates the mind and emotions of the character, making them believe they killed Geldors and making them believe they were villagers. Terminating the binfoid at this point means all but one thing: the character's survival, but this isn't the end of the story. After seeing the effects of the binfoid, the captain decides they must destroy the planet, sending the player and other subordinates straight into the frigid, unforgiving dark side of the planet. Entering this uncharted territory as a hostile signals new enemies otherwise never seen before. This time, overcoming the obstacles of the challenge aesthetics will be overwhelming, but the characters didn't go unprepared, carrying with them the experimental weapons and gear of the GDRF. The power behind them is the stone themselves. They function akin to the effects of Geldors' touch, creating weapons with freezing capabilities. A new weapons upgrade mechanic is introduced that increases the effectiveness of each weapon as stones are collected. And wearing their experimental bodysuit enhances visual and physical capabilities, equipped with grappling skills for increased maneuverability. The character will discover in reports that just one binfoid making it to another planet will be catastrophic. The mercenaries may have started out as what you might call bad guys, but in the end, they abandoned their greed for the benefit of all. Successful in deposing the planet, they forget one thing: a rocket filled with binfoids was launched and should be landing on an unsuspecting world. For the best possible experience, Darkside is designed for PC, available through Steam, the Epic Games Store, and Microsoft's PC Game Pass. Its design is also ideal for the latest consoles: the Nintendo Switch, Sony's PlayStation 5, and Microsoft's Xbox Series X. This action-packed adventure challenges the mind and skill of the player to solve mind-bending puzzles in marvelous places and perform amazing stunts en route to them. Using a wide range of abilities, weapons, and gear, players can freely discover and document hundreds of materials and ingredients along the way of this twisted narrative, pulling the player's emotions in every direction, keeping them invested in the life of every character and cringing at unforgettable moments in this epic journey. Darkside, the new action-adventure game, will have a massive fan base, creating long-lasting impressions on even the most seasoned gamers. Thanks for considering Eternal Echo Studios.